Coming up, new housing for immigrants in Iowa City. And later, a theater event is ready to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month.
Can the Hawkeyes stay hot?
A nice day today, but rain is in our future.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV News.
Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in live to DITV and KRUY 89.7 FM.
I'm Vivian Samosky.
And I'm Ashley Wheel. Iowa City is getting involved in helping immigrants find housing after moving to the U.S. The Immigrant Welcome Network of Johnson County just opened its first Welcome House, which is already hosting 5 immigrant families in need. The house can hold up to 8 families for 45 days. The group will also provide proper care, culture training, job connections, and support along the way, all free of charge. And the Iowa City Police Department is warning the public to stay alert after a man was allegedly made inappropriate comments to junior high students on the Court Hill Trail on Wednesday morning. The subject is described as an adult male in his early 30s with red hair and a red beard. Police are asking anyone with more information about the subject to call police immediately. Now, Vivian, it's been super nice these past few days, cooling down from that summer heat that we had at the start of the semester.
Oh gosh, thank God. I mean, I am a big fall girl, so I am waiting for this fall weather to come in now. Jordan has a little bit more about that at Kinnick. I mean, Jordan, what can you say more about the weather so far?
Thanks, Ashley. Now I'm live outside Kinnick Stadium, and let me tell you, we've got an absolutely gorgeous day ahead of us. Today is projected to hit a high of 80 with temperatures dropping to 58 tonight with overcast skies. And as the Hawkeyes get set to take on the Broncos from Western Michigan tomorrow, it's looking to be a bit of an overcast day. And it'll be a fairly calm start to the day, but midway through expect potential thunderstorms. So if you are planning to be at Kinnick tomorrow, I'd get a poncho. And for your drive home tomorrow, we're looking at upper 60s with clear skies as that rain goes away. And looking ahead into the weekend and beyond, we'll see a warming trend with sunny skies until it peaks out at 82 on Tuesday. Now I'll send it back to you in the studio, Ashley.
Thanks, Jordan. And the sentencing hearings are set for the parents of attempted murder suspect and former UIowa student, Ali Yunus. Alfred and Lima Yunus will be sentenced after pleading guilty to helping their son escape for the U.S. for Jordan. Both parents are facing up to 5 years in prison for these crimes. And tonight at 8 o'clock, the theater group Borderless is collaborating with the Latino Native American Cultural Center to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month with the Estamos Aquí celebration. This event will be held in the Alan McVeigh Theater with free admission.
What I hope for this event is to just pass it on to different generations. So I feel like not only is it important for the continuation of our people to grow and thrive and just more people to know about us, but it's also important to highlight our culture and how beautiful it is.
This is all a part of the celebrations that LMAC has programmed for this month and will run through October 15th. Food will also be provided, though it is first come, first served, so if you plan to go, make sure to get there early. And Hunter Biden, son of Joe Biden, was indicted on 3 federal gun charges yesterday. DITV's Kara Dillon has more on the indictment.
Federal prosecutors charged Hunter Biden, President Biden's son, in connection with a gun purchase he made in 2018. On his firearm application forms, Biden indicated he was not using narcotics, but prosecutors allege he was struggling with cocaine addiction at the time of purchase. Biden's lawyer maintains that these charges are politically motivated.
This office has never brought a charge like this against anybody. When they are bringing this charge, it's either because somebody has had the gun in the commission of a crime, they have bought multiple guns, they are a straw purchaser for somebody else, or they're a felon in possession. None of that is true about Hunter Biden.
If Biden is convicted on all counts, he could spend up to 25 years in prison and pay up to $750,000 in fines.
If Hunter Biden committed crimes, he should be held accountable for them. But those crimes and that investigation should remain in the Department of Justice, in the court of law.
This is the first time in U.S. history the Justice Department has charged the child of a sitting president. Kara Doolin, DITV.
And while there are a ton of apartments in Iowa City, there is a lack of a certain kind of apartment. DITV Assistant News Director Johnny Valtman has more on those apartments and plans to add more to the city.
Iowa City is dealing with a lack of options for both students and citizens where they can live in the community. Since 1995, there has only been 52 accessory apartments constructed in Iowa City, just like the ones pictured here. With an increase of housing demands, the city is now looking to build more of these apartment complexes.
And we think part of that problem is that our regulations are a barrier to people who are interested in providing this as a housing type in our community.
The public was welcomed to 2 open houses on Wednesday and Thursday, which were held from 5 to 7 to see and discuss the possible changes. At Thursday's open house at the Iowa City Public Library, attendees voiced their opinions on the proposals.
We just need more housing stock in general. You can't talk to very many students without saying, oh yeah, my rent hasn't gone up, because everyone's rent's gone up or at least stayed the same, and they're still going up. There's sort of no end.
Accessory dwelling units, you don't necessarily have to make big changes to neighborhoods. It's something that can add housing where we already have city services and streets and where people already want to live.
Surveys could be filled out by the attendees to voice their opinions. While some do believe the changes will benefit the housing market, there are concerns on how the changes will be enacted.
Focus attention on the residential neighborhoods that are likely to be affected most, and they need to be involved, consulted in the process of making changes like this.
Surveys that were filled out at the event will be recorded and presented to the Planning and Zoning Commission, and they will have the final say on if these changes get passed or not. From the University of Iowa, Johnny Valtman, DITV.
Thanks, Johnny. And the Iowa City Summer of Arts is here with their Friday night concert series. David Consuelos is downtown at the site where the performances will be held. David, can you fill us in on more?
Thanks, Ashley. And all kinds of music for all kinds of people will be showcased here at the Ped Mall tonight. The concerts will run through the month of September, highlighting the community's local music scene. Performances are at the stage in front of the Graduate Hotel starting at 6:30. People from all over the Iowa City area routinely attend, bringing their own chairs or dancing to the music by the stage. The concerts are free to attend as the Summer of Arts accepts donations at the events and online to keep their programs running. I'll send it back to you in the studio, Ashley.
Thanks, David. And the IMU filled up the main lounge yesterday evening. DITV's Julia Rhodes has more on how a social media influencer had students filling the room wall to wall.
Students are excitedly entering the main IMU lounge to see a YouTuber and TikToker, Brittany Broski, give her lecture on social media.
I'm just so excited. Brittany's like one of my favorite people, and she's just like an idol in general. I am obsessed with her.
Room filled up with eager fans where Broski reflected on her life as well as her experiences as an influencer and a woman.
I know that I am able to be more than just a funny girl, more than just... I can be so many different things. I can be smart, I can be outgoing, I can be everything I can want to be because she is. And she's really like motivational in that aspect.
Students and fans were ecstatic to see a social media star like Broski come to the University of Iowa.
But she's just like a social media person who's so relatable, but that's like what draws college students is like someone they see every day on their phone.
Being the first lecture for many freshmen, they feel this experience finally presented them with the community they've been seeking.
Sometimes it's like hard to like just find people and like make friends and things, but it's like an entire room of people who you kind of like get you like and like the same things you like.
Exactly. I walked in that room and I was like, I could be friends with all these people.
They get it.
And something going to college like that, a lot of times you walk into rooms and you don't feel like that.
Broski ended with a Q&A where fans connected with her even further.
So Brittany Broski actually looked me in the eyes and saluted me, and I think I can honestly die happy.
While the lecture is over and the crowd has gone home, the university still has 2 more lectures planned for the coming months. From the Iowa Memorial Union, this is Julia Rhodes, DITV.
And homecoming is fast approaching at the University of Iowa, with more details have just been announced. Hawkeye athletes Caitlin Clark and Spencer Lee were announced as grand marshals for this year's parade. The duo are among the most decorated that the university has ever seen, with Clark being the reigning AP Women's Player of the Year and a unanimous All-American in basketball, and Lee being a 3-time NCAA champion in wrestling. The parade is planned to start at 5:45 p.m. on October 6th in downtown Iowa City, with 20,000 people expected across the Hawkeye and Iowa City communities expected to participate. And the Iowa City Fire Department has been named as an internationally accredited agency. The ICFD joins only a handful of other fire departments in receiving this honor after continually meeting performance objectives and following recommendations for improvements. Departments receive this title from the International Commission of Fire Services, service accreditation every 5 years. Iowa City is one of the only agencies in the world to maintain a continuous accreditation.
I'm fortunate as the fire chief to have a culture in the Iowa City Fire Department of continuous quality improvement, and we're always looking for ways to be innovative and ways to serve the visitors and citizens of our community better.
Following this accreditation, the ICFD will now have the chance to enact recommendations given to them by the committee. That is super exciting for them. Congratulations are definitely in order, and hopefully the Hawkeyes will have some congratulations in order after this weekend.
Let's hope they do. I mean, there's a lot happening this weekend, but now with Game 3 tomorrow for the football squad, turning the page from last weekend's win was harder than usual. I mean, winning the Cy-Hawk Trophy back and getting Kirk Ferentz's 200th win, there's a lot to celebrate. But Iowa seems to already have turned the page.
Anytime you beat Iowa State, or anytime you win a game on the road, that's a big win. Then getting Coach Ferentz's his 200th win, obviously guys are excited, and for that day we were excited, and we woke up and we were ready for Western Michigan.
No matter if we're playing Iowa State, Western Michigan, or any other team, we know that's a big game for us, and we got to handle our business. And Coach Ferentz was just telling us in his career, he's won one game and lost two, so we know they come to play their best game, and we know they want to beat us. Mac playing the Big Ten, they want to come here and they're going to give us our best fight, so we got to be out there knowing we got to handle business.
Handling business is certainly what the Hawks have done up to this point, and we'll see if that trend continues tomorrow. And going from the gridiron to the court, the volleyball team looks to have another successful weekend after going 2-1 at the Hawkeye Invite last weekend. They will travel to Syracuse, New York to take on the University of Syracuse tonight and then Cornell tomorrow afternoon. The Hawks are currently 6-4 and will look to gain some momentum before opening the Big Ten schedule next week on Thursday against Minnesota. Last season, Iowa went 10-21 and finished 13th in the Big Ten. Both a solid start to the season, the Hawks will look to rise the rankings and compete in a stacked conference. And the Iowa women's field hockey team will play host both today and Saturday, with today going against Vermont at 3 p.m. in Merrimack College on Sunday. For the Sunday week in a row, the Hawkeyes are ranked #1 in this week's NFHCA poll. To go along with the #1 rankings, Dion Van Alsum has now for 3 weeks in a row been named a Big Ten Freshman of the Week. The Hawks are currently leading the nation in shutouts and in the winning percentage. The Hawkeyes are undefeated with a record of 6-0, and after this weekend, they're looking to make it 8-0 as well. And this Sunday, the 23rd ranked Hawkeye soccer squad hosts the Illinois Fighting Illini. This matchup will play, the Big Ten Conference for the Hawkeyes after the Lady Hawks went 6-0 in their non-conference schedule. Sunday will be a tough matchup for the Iowa, but Illinois has a record of 4-2-1 and Iowa 6-0-1. In the overall series record between the two squads, Illinois leads the series with 15 games won to Iowa's 11. The last time these two teams faced off, it ended in a 2-2 tie. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. and hopefully the Hawks can get their first conference win.
That sounds super exciting. There's a lot of excitement in the air. So many sports are happening this weekend.
There's so much happening, and I mean, if you don't have anything to do, there's something to do every single day. So hopefully these Hawkeyes can get some wins out of this weekend.
For sure. Well, hoping for lots of wins. And thank you for tuning into DITV News and listening to KRUI 89.7 FM.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday.
For DITV News, I'm Ashley Wheel.
And I'm Vivian Samosky. Have a great Friday.